Lakers have just been put in a tough predicament because we just got news that Anthony Davis is going to be out for the foreseeable future. Going up against the Utah Jazz, Anthony Davis was guarded by Rudy Gobert, ended up catching a pass, but then landed very awkwardly and of course, rolled his ankles severely. Immediately after that happened, a stretcher came out and then of course, Anthony Davis had to be walked out of the arena and then immediately ruled out of the game. During that time, we got news that AD was getting x-rays and the positive feedback was that x-rays were negative and of course he wouldn't need any surgery that would cause him to miss the entire season. The Lakers this year have been struck with so many injuries. LeBron missed multiple games, AD already missed 5 weeks of basketball with the MCL sprain, and even Russell Westbrook had some back issues. So now that another big injury is here, this is a big setback. And then officially the following day, Adrian Woj tweets that Anthony Davis has a mid-foot sprain and will be re-evaluated again in 4 weeks. Anthony Davis is going to miss the next month of basketball, and then of course, even after the evaluation, could be even more. With that being said, the Lakers have to act fast. With the NBA trade deadline just passing, they don't have that many options but to target players in the buyout market. And for this video, I'm going to be talking about the perfect player to replace Anthony Davis via the buyout market. And that player is us talking about Paul Millsap of the Philadelphia 76ers. I believe Paul Millsap would be a great front court replacement for AD, as of course, he brings in that veteran leadership, that perfect front court role player to be a great factor offensively and defensively, and of course brings in a winning mindset. Millsap started off this season playing on the Brooklyn Nets, signing a 1-year veterans minimum deal, but then recently he just got traded in the big blockbuster that sent the Brooklyn Nets away James Harden. Millsap was in this deal in exchange for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, and Andre Drummond. So as of right now, Paul Millsap is one of the newest members of the Philadelphia 76ers, and in that blockbuster trade, he's the only one that has been playing because James Harden is going to return after the All-Star break. As of right now, there is still no guarantee that the Philadelphia 76ers are even going to waive Paul Millsap because over the past 2 games, he has been active and playing 10 minutes per game. But there is some belief that right now, with the Philadelphia 76ers losing a shooter of Seth Curry, one of their main scorers at the 3-point line at the backcourt position, there are some rumors out there that they want to waive Paul Millsap to of course sign a shooter in the buyout market, which is the rumor we're hearing right now, and it's actually likely impossible because do the Philadelphia 76ers even need Millsap when they got Joel Embiid? One thing's for sure, Paul Millsap isn't as good as he used to be and isn't the all-star that he once was. But of course, I still believe he's a great role player and a leader, especially off the bench, to be a star in his role, to just play that specific attribute. But if Philly decides to waive Paul Millsap, which is likely, I believe the Los Angeles Lakers, Rob Pelinka, gotta call Paul Millsap's agent immediately and sign him for the rest of the year deal. The Lakers have been very vocal on saying they want to pursue the buyout market, and now with AD going down for the next month, they need a front court player, and that's their next step. And Paul Millsap, I believe, is the best available potential target. I believe if the Lakers get Paul Millsap, he'll be a great contributor similar to what he did for the Denver Nuggets last year, playing about 20 minutes off the bench or sometimes even in the starting lineup. Paul Millsap averaged about 9 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, and 0.6 blocks for the Nuggets last year. And when talking about his per 36, they were pretty good of 15 points per game. Of course, this season playing for the Brooklyn Nets and now the Philadelphia 76ers, he's only averaging about 4 points per game, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and of course his numbers have tremendously dropped. But of course, his minutes have dropped. But now with the Lakers needing somebody to play heavy minutes at the front court position, we could see a similar shine back to Paul Millsap's old self, and of course, be benefactor to a potential temporary replacement for Anthony Davis. What's special about Paul Millsap is that he has a lot of NBA experience. He's played over 1,000 games, having career averages of nearly 14 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. But what's special about him is his efficiency, especially at the offensive end, shooting about 35% at the 3-point line as a big, and then of course my favorite stat, 51% at the mid-range. The Lakers will have a new option on the pick and pops, and of course those drive-in kicks to the mid-range or the corner threes. Of course, the biggest downside about signing Paul Millsap is his age. He is currently 37 years old, and with the Lakers experimenting on NBA veteran players this season, they might not go towards another veteran player. But of course, in my opinion, when talking about the best available option at the front court right now that could become available, a lot of the buyout candidates right now are guards and forwards. Millsap is the best front court player, and Rob Pelinka and the Lakers must target him immediately. So yes guys, this wraps up my video today talking about the best potential free agent signing, of course going into this buyout after the Anthony Davis injury. What's most important to me is I want to know your thoughts. Do you believe signing Paul Millsap is a great idea, or do you believe there is a better frontcourt player out there? Put your thoughts down in the comments below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!